I have great clients and I love meeting with them. And one of my teammates pointed out that a lot of them ask the same questions or make the same comments. And, I guess great minds think alike. So I'm going to talk about the things I'm hearing the most of right now. And number one is I've got a bad feeling about this market. I just got a bad feeling about this market. I would say that the best times to invest are when it feels the worst. April 8th of this year was a pretty good time to be investing. September 2022, we had the interest rate going up. People were telling me in September, I think it's going to be the Great Depression, interest rates. It didn't happen. It ended up being a great time to invest. March of 2020, during the pandemic, it looked like a ton of the population was going to pass away, and it ended up being a great time. So times it feels the worst to invest are probably the best time to get in. I also would say that if you've got cash and you're going to be investing, it's kind of like when you're looking for a house, you think the housing market's going to go down. You don't think, hey, things are going to keep on going up. And think that, or if you're buying a product or something like that, like, that's overpriced. And so the market's been overpriced since the beginning. There's been very few times, and those times that it has been a great deal, no one was investing. Everyone was running for the covers. So point number two is comment, why do you sell everything and wait for buy back in when it drops? Number one, how do we know it's going to drop? I know. Okay, so what information do you have that the market doesn't have? And everything in the market's fully priced in. And so what are you looking at that the market isn't? Over the past 50 years, and this is an interesting statistic, investing at a high produced a better result than investing in all other periods. What it means is basically your hands are going to get numb sitting on them, waiting for a great time to invest in the market. A couple strategies that hey, you got cash, average it into the market. If you got investments and you don't you're worried about it, slightly tilt the mix. Don't go down the highway and then slam on the brakes. And that's like going to cash. I just personally have never found going all into cash that ever has been a great strategy. It's never worked. I had people just before April saying, hey, we should get out. We should just wait. And, I said hey, let's stick to our plan. It went down. They said, hey, I told you so. And it's yeah, no, I get it. Short term, you're right. Market came back up, looked like a dead cat bounce, kept on going up. And then, so those people that did sell, maybe it did go down a little bit further, but then they never got back in and they're sitting in cash. So point number three is, I don't like what's going on down there or here. So something's wrong, and it's going to take years to fix, right? It's not just now, it's going to be decades to fix. May I say, you don't like the politics of the person in charge. You don't like Donald Trump. You don't like Mark Carney. You don't like Trudeau. You don't like Harper. You don't like them. And so that's bleeding into your feeling about the economy and everything else. Politics and investing don't influence each other. And I would say a foolhardy strategy would be to go all in when your party's in power and then go all out when your party's not in power. You're not liking who that person is. That is not going to be related to the stock market. Markets have done well in both parties. Markets have done poorly in both parties. This person is not any worse than anyone else we've ever seen before. So I just want to point that out. I hope you like that. Have a great day.